you say you're a Moor. But do you even know what that means? Let's break it down. Step 1. Let's start with the basics. What does Moor actually mean? The word Moor is not a tribal name. It's not a nationality. It's not even an original African term. It comes from the Latin word Maurus, which the Romans used to describe people from Mauritania, Northwest Africa, modern-day Morocco and Algeria, and any dark-skinned North African people. Later, Europeans used Moor more broadly to refer to Muslims, Berbers, and black Africans who came from North or West Africa, especially those who ruled Spain for 700 plus years. But here's the key. Moor means people of the sea, or seafarers. They were known for maritime trade, naval warfare, navigational wisdom, and advanced maritime law. So when someone says, I'm a Moor, they're claiming heritage tied to sea trade, sovereignty, and law rooted in water jurisdiction, not land. Step 2, Moors were not one tribe. They were a civilization made up of many Africans. The Moors included Berbers from North Africa, West Africans who converted to Islam and traveled across the desert, Sub-Saharan Africans, black-skinned, woolly-haired, as described in early European texts. They were united not by ethnicity, but by knowledge, sovereignty, maritime power, and a deep understanding of law, navigation, and natural rights. So no, being a Moor doesn't mean you're part of some secret tribe. It means you descend from Africans who ruled, traveled, and governed by cosmic and maritime law. Step 3. The law of the sea. What most people miss the Moors believed in the law of the sea, aka Admiralty law, long before Europeans codified it. It governs commerce, sovereignty, contracts, and movement across waters. Why? Because water connects the world, and the Moors mastered that. They didn't follow biblical law, colonial law, or British common law. They governed themselves by natural law and cosmic alignment. And here's the punchline. Modern legal systems, like U.S. courts, are still based in Admiralty law. And that's why some people reclaim Moorish identity today, to tap into sovereignty and remove themselves from colonial jurisdiction. Step 4. So why do people say, I'm a Moor? Today, because reclaiming Moorish status is about breaking from colonial systems, declaring sovereignty, reconnecting to ancient African law, trade, and power. But here's the issue. Most people screaming, I'm a Moor, have never studied Admiralty law, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, or how Moors actually governed. If you don't understand maritime jurisdiction, court systems, land versus sea law, or Moorish historical structure, you're just repeating a title with no power behind it. Step 5. The real question is, do you live as a Moor or just say it? Being a Moor isn't about waving a flag, quoting Instagram memes, or saying I don't pay taxes without knowing the law. It's about living sovereign, studying ancient African science and spirituality, understanding jurisdiction, trade, and self-governance. You can't claim to be a Moor if you don't know the law of the sea, the history of the empire, or the spiritual codes that guided their reign. Final truth. Bomb. Moors weren't just a people, they were a movement of Africans who mastered land, law, and sea, while Europe was still in the Dark Ages. So before you say, I'm a Moor, study what it means to move with that power